Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. So take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you.
Welcome, everyone. On this beautiful day, Zach and Chrissy have brought us together to celebrate their love and union and matrimony. Thank you all for joining us and being part of their love story. After years of nurturing a beautiful, strong relationship, it is great to see these two tying the knot and taking the next step towards building a family. If you had the fortune that I've had, you've witnessed Zach and Chrissy meet from friendship to falling deeply in love. And now is the time for anybody who would like to come up and say a few words. Please feel free to do so. Start. I know Mr. Phil Carey's got some.
Where you want me?
You can just say it right there.
Short.
Nice.
Zach and Chrissy, after all the ups and downs since you have started your journey together in 2015, your wedding day has finally arrived. I have watched your relationship mature over these past 5 years, and during this time observed that both of you have learned from each other and have, as a result, grown to both be better people today. May you continue to grow together in love, and my wish for you is that today is only the beginning of your happy days together forever.
Very nice.
I'll go.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I'll start. First, congratulations to you guys. You persevered, came a long way, finally made it. So very happy for both of you, Mr. and, well, I can't say it, Mr. and Mrs. Carey.
Soon.
Zach, been 5 or 6 years. I knew you when you were in a lot of different directions, and but the one thing that you could sense, that I could sense, is you've got a kind heart, and that just shines through in a lot of respects. You're always willing to help people, and I can tell you from the bottom of my heart that I have no reservations at all giving my daughter to you. I know that you guys are going to create a nice family. You're family oriented, as witnessed by Phil and Tammy, your parents, and I couldn't be happier. So that I want to say to you. And then for my oldest daughter, Christina, when I look back at her 5 years ago, she would tell me about her plan. I want to be married by the time I'm 25, 2 kids, 27, and I heard all the post-college stories, and I'd see what she would do, and of course I couldn't tell her, but I'd say to myself, who would want to marry this girl? And last night we went for a walk around the block, kind of our swan song, and just seeing her through this wedding and how she's handled everything that's gone on, and how she sends me pictures of all the meals she makes him. I kind of get a little bit jealous, by the way, but you know, when I got done with the walk, I said to myself, I said, you know what, who wouldn't want to marry this girl? So come a long way in 5 years, and I'm very happy for you both, and we're happy that you're both going to be part of our family.
Thanks, Dad.
Very nice.
Phil, do you want to go?
Nope, I'm good.
Okay. All right.
this is such a special day, and I'm so happy for both of you. And very similar to what other people have been saying. You know, you look back on where you guys were when you first met and where you are now and how much you've grown together as a couple. And you know, that's what marriage is all about, is what you guys have already done. You work together. You don't try to change each other. You stick with each other. So you already have proven that you have what it takes to have a successful marriage. And I'm just so proud of you. You guys should be so proud of yourselves, both of you. And I want you to know that whatever you need, because marriage is hard and it will get tough, but it's so worth the effort. And I'll be here for you in whatever manner I can be. I love you both, and I wish you the best.
Thanks. Ricky, you want to go?
No, he's doing this.
Oh.
What's up?
Yeah, I was going to signal him up.
Nikki, Mackenzie, anybody?
Oh.
Nikki,
If anybody
did you want
else
to say
has anything
something?
else.
Yeah, I'll say something.
Okay.
Well,
You don't know which way to look? Chrissy, or
Well,
Here.
there's a pole on your head.
I have a lot of stuff going
Do you want
on.
me to move over there?
If you want,
come
you
right
could,
here, honey.
you could come right
Yeah,
over.
just come
Okay.
Front and center,
It's
Nikki.
not my back turned you. It's
We're shooting from the hip here. This is
Well, I don't know what that means.
it's like we're winging it.
I know this wedding today hasn't been what you've always dreamed of, but honestly, I loved it. And the second I saw you in the car, like I couldn't even handle myself because you look so good and you're so beautiful, and I just love you so much. And the past few months, we've grown so close, and I know before we weren't ever that close, and I'm just so grateful that you got married, and you're gonna have such a great family, and our kids can grow up together. And Zach, I know you'll take great care of her. I know we're pretty close now too, and take good care of Wally, and take good care of yourself, of course.
Where
And,
is Wally?
I don't know.
He's happy.
Oh yeah, good story.
Sitting in air conditioning.
Yeah, he's happy.
But you have to know if you ever need anything, I'm always here for you. And I've loved the relationship we've developed in the past year. So, and let's make it great. Keep making it great. Make more memories with Zach too, and Wally. And I love you.
Oh, my.
Okay.
Love too. So am I. It's okay. Mine's a bit longer, but
That was
it's okay. That's the point, right? Okay. Thank you all for attending this condensed yet extraordinary ceremony of marriage between my sister Christina and soon-to-be brother-in-law Zachary. In an environment where lifestyles have been altered immensely on a global scale, it can be rather convenient to point out the tangible components of a traditional wedding ceremony that are not present today, like a larger congregation of people, petite and scrumptious appetizers, or an ambitious DJ playing music on a dance floor. While it is true that the ceremony today will not include any of those elements, I would argue that the intangible elements which are present today encompass the concept of marriage in a more impactful and meaningful way. These intangible elements include two loving families who will soon be united as one, feelings of excitement, encouragement, and optimism surrounding the future of the two people standing in front of you, and most importantly, the limitless dedication and unconditional love which Chrissy and Zach espouse to each other. And while the aesthetics of elaborate ballrooms are appealing, the aesthetics of love create much more of a lasting impact in the long run. In closing, I would like to emphasize my sincere approval of this marriage. Chrissy and Zach complement each other in a way that will yield a strong bond between the two. On the one hand, Zach protects what he loves. On the other hand, Chrissy feels reassured and comforted when she is protected. And both of these characteristics make for a very promising union, and I am fortunate enough to be a part of that today. Thank you. Congratulations. Good job, Rick.
very
Good job.
So, we hear the word love, and we often throw it around lightheartedly on a pretty regular basis. Oh, I love this song, I love that movie, or even, I love days like this. It is our nature to love the things that make us happy, the things that make us laugh, and the things that make us feel good. We as humans love anything that gives us a sense of wholesomeness. But to be in love with somebody is a stroke of fantastic fortune. The only one who is as lucky as the person who fell in love is the person who loves them back. Love is based off of connection, and the connection can occur mentally, emotionally, and physically. We mentally connect with the people who have the same morals and values, people who share similar opinions and outlooks. These people share the same interests and work together to achieve goals. People who connect mentally make great partners and form good teams. We connect emotionally with others who can relate to past experiences and have gone through similar events. These people share similar passions, and empathy comes naturally when this connection occurs. And the two individuals often feel each other's changes in mood without any spoken word required. People who connect emotionally make ideal best friends. We connect physically with the ones whose sheer presence gives us a sense of fulfillment and gratification. The ones that keep us checking our phone for the next text. The ones who keep you looking forward to the next time you're going to see them. The ones that captivate your undivided attention in a room full of people. Having a crush is what we used to call it. Physical connection is the desire for each other's presence, and it's the catalyst needed in order to make a true soulmate connection to occur. Think about how rare it is to have any one of the previously mentioned connections. But to have it in combination, now that's taking it up a notch. Think of this for an example. You're trying to live with a close friend as a roommate. You find out you guys don't really see eye to eye on a lot of things. One is kind of a neat freak, and the other, well, he's a slob. You guys can relate to each other emotionally as friends, but mentally, your daily habits start to wear on each other. Now, imagine living with your best friend. You two agree most of the time. You guys both have great conversations. You work together as a team, and you work on achieving goals. That sounds pretty nice, right? Certainly, it's a better situation than you were in with your other roommate. Because not only are you two emotionally connected as best friends, but you also hit it off on a constructive mental connection as well. Now, imagine you're driving home from work. It's the weekend, the windows are down, the breeze is rippling through your shirt, and you're singing at the top of your lungs to that invisible microphone behind the steering wheel, and you've got that one person's face coming to your mind. The face of that person that you can't wait to kiss first thing as you walk in the door. You can't wait to hear them ask how your day went, or discuss forthcoming vacation plans or potential job opportunities. You can almost smell the scent of their perfume without even being there, and you can imagine your head resting on their chest with their fingers combing through your hair. You could talk for hours, vibe with each other, and enjoy each other's presence as if it wasn't already a daily occurrence. This is a person that you connect with on all three levels. And anybody who gets to experience this incredible level of connection is beyond fortunate. It's like they got the royal flush in poker. This is what happens when two soulmates connect. My life changed forever when I first met Zach. It was the first day of football practice in the summer before the start of 10th grade. I saw this tall and skinny kid built like a goose with his long stretched out neck and his Justin Bieberish hair flow. The part that really threw me off was, at first, I thought he was a pirate. I kid you not, he had a patch over his eye because he nearly shot his eye out with a BB gun. And of course, because it's Zach, he lived up to the pirate character, walking around with his fingers crooked like a hook, harassing all the jocks who thought they were hot shots. So when the doctor removed his eye patch and finally cleared him for full contact practice, that's when the show really began. Because of his relentless smack talking, all athletes who were twice the size of him would absolutely destroy him at any given opportunity. There were times where I thought that they actually killed him, but he'd jump right back up, get in their face and scream, "I love it!" And he'd return back into the huddle like nothing happened. We would all think, what is wrong with this guy? All the stuck-up Whitesboro jocks who thought they were going pro, they couldn't stand him. And that's what made me love him. And it wasn't just sports that brought that side out in him. He acted like that everywhere. His favorite thing to do was to get under people's skin and to get a rise out of them. While he thought it was just having fun and breaking balls, other people wanted to strangle him. And I'd just sit back and laugh because I could not believe the things he would say or do. He'd say whatever he wanted to whomever, and he did as he pleased. He didn't care about his audience. He would just let it rip. I could spend hours retelling stories about Zach, but for the sake of time, I'll just sum it up by saying he's an absolute nut. He also, for the longest time, didn't believe in love. He didn't even like to say the word love. I remember he used to get very uncomfortable anytime any one of his friends would say, "I love you, Zach." Instead of saying it back, he'd say, "I popcorn you too." Because popcorn was his substitute word of choice, because he refused to say love. I remember late nights when the group of friends, and we'd all try to predict which one of us was most likely to get married first. Anytime this conversation happened, Zach would always exclaim, "Bah, I'm not getting married. Love doesn't exist." So that's when we all would start to think, yeah, you know what? Who in their right mind would want to fall in love and get married to this guy anyways? So the first day I met Chrissy, our entire group of friends decided to go tubing down the West Canada River. As the rest of us are getting in the water and boarding our tubes, out comes this majestic, beautiful princess of punk shrouded in darkness. With her jet black straight hair, aviators, covered in her black one-piece skeleton bathing suit.
Hate that thing.
I thought she was just getting back from a Blink-182 concert. As she strutted over, carrying one end of the tube, I watched her stumble over her toe and yell, "Ah, rat farts, my flip-flop keeps slipping off." So that's when Zach introduced us. "Everyone, this is Chrissy. Chrissy, this is everyone." And she very well may have met everyone on that hot summer day on the river. We are quite a dynamic group, to say the least, not to mention there were probably 15 of us. It didn't take us long to discover her ridiculous laugh, and that she liked to talk about some pretty bizarre things. But that certainly made her interesting. What I really liked about her was that at any given moment, she would make a SpongeBob reference or do a Patrick impersonation. Like Zach, she too was a little abnormal and goofy. But if she could kick him with our floating circus for 6 hours in the summer heat, she showed that she surely had some potential. But let's rewind back to where it all started. A day in May back in 2015, Chrissy and a few of her friends were on their way towards Sylvan Beach. Along the way, they stopped to pick up Zach. Now, until this point, she hasn't met him yet, but she already knew he was quite the character. And sure enough, as they pull in, they see Zach pacing around the driveway in his angry ostrich mode, neck all stretched out forward, rocking that angry Phil Carey walk. Apparently, he was pretty upset because he spilled gas in the driveway. But as they got to the beach, Zach thought it'd be his perfect opportunity to rip off his shirt so he could show off his shark bite to everyone. Chrissy started to find out real quick that Zach was a total goof. But something about that really drew her in. She also liked the way the early summer sun brought out the baby blue in his eyes and highlighted his freckles. She found amusement in his persistence to get her eyes out of people, and the way his big salacious lips smacked back and forth when he was being a wise mouth.
Sean loves that.
And Zach, he found interest in Chrissy. With her rocker styling and her big black and red bow on top of her head, her hair long and dark, and the way her soft but fearless brown eyes would light up as she laughed, it really piqued interest in Zach, and it charged his ambition to find ways to keep her smiling. They found a particular interest in each other's taste of music, often having car jam sessions on their way to the lake and other social gatherings. They continued to find themselves hanging out amongst a group of friends until Zach asked her out on their first official date to Carmela's, where they quickly discovered their mutual quirkiness and their uncanny ability to keep each other cracking up. Their connection continued to evolve and flourish over the course of the coming weeks. Text messages started turning into phone calls. Hugs turned into kisses. They became inseparable, and seeing each other became a daily occurrence. Then one day, on their way home from a Fall Out Boy concert, Zach asked Chrissy to be his girlfriend, and it all became official. Their time together as a dating couple became loaded with memories and adventures, ranging from days at the lake, frequent concert experiences, and Saranac Thursdays. They played many rounds of Zach's favorite game called Find It, which consisted of outdoor adventures of all sorts, whether it be wandering around aimlessly, hiking in the woods, or going on four-wheeling and snowmobiling excursions in search for whatever it is.
Yeah.
Zach started staying over at Chrissy's house at night, and one time he surprised her by cooking burgers late one night in her kitchen, wearing her bridesmaid's robe that was 4 sizes too small for him. They eventually moved in together, raised their dog Wally. Chrissy thickened them up with her exceptional cooking, and together they would sit down and eat dinner, discussing their days. Their nights would consist of either going out to watch live bands, or they would stay in and have movie nights. They would serve as great hosts, having friends come over to play darts, hang out, and laugh at some obnoxious memories. They've helped each other stay level-headed in times of hardship, and have guided each other through challenging obstacles. I've seen these two be there for each other through life's unexpected twists and turns, only growing closer and stronger from each setback. Even when they parted ways a long time ago, if you asked them how many times they crossed each other's mind, they would both say only once, because the moment they came into each other's lives, they never left. They say, if you love something, you should set it free, and if it doesn't come back, it was never meant to be. But if it does come back, you should love it forever. And when they rekindled their relationship, they came back stronger than ever. Together, they made sacrifices and set personal goals for self-improvement. They were there to support each other every step of the way. For each other, they provided comic relief and shoulders to cry on when needed. They helped each other set the right mindset to stay successful in their lives. They moved into their dream home together and helped each other stay driven and motivated on their career aspirations. I've seen them collect a library of inside jokes. I've seen them laugh to tears. One always knows what the other one is thinking, and they can communicate without words and fill in each other's blanks. They've picked up each other's sayings, and they stole each other's sweatshirts. I've seen them spin one another on the dance floors, serenade each other by singing songs off tune. I've seen them erase each other's tension with just their presence. I've seen them make sacrifices to solidify their bond. They have always connected on all 3 levels and established a true soulmate connection, and they will continue to do so for the decades to come. As lovers, there's no such thing as displaying too much love for each other. You can never say, I love you, too many times. Display your love for the entire world to see, and do it proudly. Continue to find ways to make cute little surprises for each other and to keep each other guessing. Continue to have fun like you guys did from the start. Keep finding concerts to attend, adventures to embark on, and travel destinations to visit. Sit down together every night during supper and reflect on each other's day. Remember, love is transparent. Do not bottle up unhealthy emotions. Express emotions healthily and constructively and work through issues as a team. Allow each other some space and freedom, but then display how much you've missed each other by smothering yourselves in affection. Support each other in public and correct each other in privacy. No matter what, you are each other's number one. A night's sleep should never go without a good night's kiss. Live and love as if you would die tomorrow, but together, learn as if you could live forever. Zachary and Christina, have you come here today on your own free will to declare your commitment to one another?
Yes.
Yes, you have.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a rhetorical.
Do you promise to be there for each other in the good and the bad, to grow with and understand and respect one another during your life together?
I do.
I do.
Then please face each other and join hands, which you guys already
And
doing.
yeah, were we supposed to be doing this the whole time?
You didn't have to,
Oh.
but it was cute.
I just pulled out sweaty hands.
Yeah, that's where I'm at right now.
All right, Zach, repeat after me.
Right off you.
I, Zachary,
I, Zachary,
take you, Christina,
take you, Christina,
to be my wife,
to be my wife,
my faithful partner,
my faithful partner,
and my one true love.
and my one true love.
I promise to encourage you,
I promise to encourage you,
inspire you,
inspire you,
and to love you truly
and to love you truly,
through good times and bad.
through good times and bad.
I will forever be there to laugh with you,
I will forever be there to laugh with you,
to lift you up when you're down,
to lift you up when you are down,
and to love you unconditionally
and to love you unconditionally,
through all of our adventures in life together.
through all of our adventures in life together.
All right, Chrissy, repeat after me. I, Christina,
I, Christina,
take you, Zachary,
take you, Zachary,
to be my husband,
to be my husband,
my faithful partner,
my faithful partner,
and my one true love.
and my one true love.
I promise to encourage you,
I promise to encourage you,
inspire you,
inspire you,
and to love you truly
and to love you truly
through the good times and the bad.
through the good times and the bad.
I will forever be there to laugh with you,
I will forever be there to laugh with you,
to lift you up when you are down,
to lift you up when you are down,
and to love you unconditionally
and to love you unconditionally
through all of our adventures in life together.
through all of our adventures in life together.
All right, Sean, you have the rings.
He hopes.
Hey.
Might still be in there.
Please step forward.
Don't take them out. I don't know where they're going.
So let these rings represent your eternal love and the promises you have made here today. Let them be a symbol of your unbreakable bond and this new beginning of your life together with no end in sight. Zach, take Chrissy's ring and place it on her finger and repeat after me.
On my finger.
With this ring,
With this ring,
I promise to love and cherish you
I promise to love and cherish you
to the end of my days.
to the end of my days.
Very nice. Oh, that's a nice one. Chrissy, take Zach's ring and place it on his finger and repeat after me. With this ring,
With this ring,
I promise to love and cherish you
I promise to love and cherish you
to the end of my days.
to the end of my days.
Very nice. Your love has now been strengthened by your promises that you have made here today and the rings that you guys have exchanged. Zachary and Christina, we have heard the sincerity in your promises to share your lives in marriage. We recognize your love and support, your decision to build a home together. By the power vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Zach, you may kiss your bride. Everyone give it up for Mr. and Mrs. Zachary and Christina Carey.
Girl, it's high time I tell you, no more messing around. Time to lay these cards on the table and just throw it on out. I'm talking you and me with the same street name, same last name, same everything. It's a real thing, a how feel thing. So I'ma go on and take a swing. You find the spot and I'll find the money. You be the pretty and I'll be the funny. You plant the flowers, I'll plant the kisses. Baby, let's get right down to business. I'll hang the pictures, you hang the stars. You pick the paint, I'll pick a guitar. Sing you a song out there with the crickets and the frogs. You name the babies and I'll name the dogs. Yeah. You can park your car in the driveway, I'll park my truck in the grass. I'll put a little swing on the front porch if you put a little tea in my glass. Watch the sunset from a gravel road. Kiss me in the kitchen on your tippy toes. Still loving on you when the rooster crows. Watching way more than the garden grow. You find the spot and I'll find the money. You be the pretty and I'll be the funny. You plant the flowers, I'll plant the kisses. Baby, let's get right down to business. I'll hang the pictures, you hang the stars. You pick the paint, I'll pick a guitar. Sing you a song out there with the crickets and the frogs. You name the babies and I'll name the dogs. Yeah, laying next to you every night sounds like a damn good life. You find the spot and I'll find the money. You be the pretty and I'll be the funny. You plant the flowers, I'll plant the kisses. Baby, let's